Yay! You know what it is, people. It's Amon-Rellik, the Godsley at Amon-Rellik Gaming. We're back and you know what it is. Yeah, buddy. Final Fantasy 14. We are about to start the next part of our journey. And what part of the journey is that? Shadowbringers. Shadowbringers, we're ready. We're ready. We're all souped up. Wait. There you go. You know, you gotta make sure our face is showing. You know, these cutscenes, you gotta make sure our face is showing. There we go. Yeah. Tataru. The Circus Trench. The White Oak Weapon Coffer. What is this? Acquired level 70. It's a item level 385. Weapon type determined by current job or class at the time of opening. Cannot be opened in instances such as dungeons, PvP areas, or raids. Okay. We got the Shadowbringers music scroll. Tataru is itching to share what appears to be good news. Share it with us, Tataru. Good news, Amon. We've had a stroke of luck in our search for that beacon. Belying my actual enthusiasm, I just love this game. But I have been a little under the weather, so you know, if you hear a little couple of sniffles and crackling, it's because that's the reason why. Apparently, our colleagues have stumbled across a hidden path leading into the hollows around the base of Crystal Tower. A path I doubt we'd ever have found if had the Ironworks and the Suns not added their numbers to the party. Thanks to them, we have eager eyes aplenty down there, checking under the rocks and peering under every nook and cranny. Still, it sounds like there's a lot of ground to cover. Then we better go and give them a hand. I mean, it sounds tedious. No, ain't nothing too tedious for the dark night. For the night of death and destruction. My thoughts exactly. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner you can travel to wherever it is this mysterious voice is coming from. And the sooner we can work out how to help our friends. We have to find a way to wake them up, and before the Empire comes calling again. Meaning we have no time to lose. There's a boat in North Silvertier, waiting to ferry people to the site. Let's be on our way. Oh shoot, that's a new little sound for the Quest Accepted. Okay. Speak with the Saint Konok ferryman. Alright. Let's go. I may be a little yawny. Again, forgive me for that. Where are we going to? Granny! Oh wait, should we use Granny this time? Yeah, we'll use Granny. Maybe we should use Midgard Somer. Yeah, we'll use Midgard Somer. Let's fly a dragon. Oh yeah. Midgard Somer. Midgard Somer. Fly me to my destination. Heading to the survey site, sir? It's on the eastern shore of the lake, and the swiftest way to get there is by boat. let's go. All right. Oh, look at this. So this is basically the bottom of the tower, I guess. This is at the very, very bottom. This is where, if you remember in the previous episode, this is where, what's his name? Nero probably threw that communicator thingy, that weird device. I think he threw it down. Hold on. God damn it. I think he threw it down here. If I remember correctly, he threw it down here. Alright. Talk to me, Taru. And like I said, if I'm yawning a little bit, it's because I've taken some cold medicine and stuff, so.
Look how many people there are! Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We've found bugger all without you.
Biggs! Wedge!
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions. Jesse called it the chief of some other business, so we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
Thrice as hard, even.
Thank you, both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
So are we looking for what Nero threw down here?
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
I could try if you like.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in. What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
Isn't that the Ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
Now I have you.
You are right.
What's happening?
Stay with me. Focus on my voice.
He did say when we found what we needed.
Expanse, contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Oh, this is supposed to happen.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Oh, safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
Yeah. Yeah, remember he said that once you find whatever I have for you, I'll do the rest? Yeah. This is the rest. This is their rest part.
The dawn's light will shine again.
Oh,
Do not look at me so.
You're slaves to a tyrant. There's no freedom in that.
This is one battle you cannot fight.
Away with you! I must say, your spirited approach always comes in well good.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
Such bright light. Well, who is
Your
this?
time has not yet come.
The Oracle of Light. Oh, that's blindingly light. That's blinding light right there. That's you saw how you were looking like, okay, where am I? Where the hell am I? So much light. Oh, where's my darkness?
From endless dreams I awake.
Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
Night. It's bright as day.
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk, you, he'd reply. Yeah. Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when.
Over 100 years ago. So it never turns night here. What? What?
You got that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it. Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then. Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you'd best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around. Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
Dizzying heights it rises, the gleaming spire. Its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy. There, it will all begin anew. Between dark and light, the pure and the corrupt. The one true struggle.
Yeah, buddy. We gotta hold on, cause like this music is getting good, so bring this up a little bit like that. There we go. So it just never. So it never. It's always daytime. Gunny. Oh, I can't use a mount. Yo, that tower is huge.
Halt!
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not.
Damn. Okay.
This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions. From where do you hail?
Ul'dah.
Do you take me for a fool? No such place exists.
What?
Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin, but instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass. That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand, ring and all.
Oh. Damn.
Everything all right, Captain?
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
Sin eater.
I see. Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more.
You.
But I see you've met my guest. I will escort him to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known. Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city. Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private.
Yeah, okay, what the hell are sin eaters? And did he just kill that old man that we was talking to?
Right then. Before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons.
First and foremost, how did you call me from a whole other world? Because apparently in this world, my land of Uda don't exist.
I had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you are still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief.
Crystal Exarch.
And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact. As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
Are the other Scions here?
That is a question with no simple answer. But all shall be explained in due course, I promise you. Let us begin with the glaring skies up above. Here in the first, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost. And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now. Sin Eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity. It was to save the first from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes. Though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try, for in saving the first, you would bring salvation to the source as well. But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
So this is primordial light. Wow, okay. That's crazy, okay.
Such a proud and vibrant city. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion. Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol, a monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
Norvrand. The Crystarium. Okay. Alright, let's speak with him real quick. And here we are. Welcome, my friend, to the Crystarium. Alright. Alright, we're gonna take a small 2 or 3 minute, probably like 5-minute break, if that. I'm gonna go run and grab me some water real quick. And we'll be right back. So take this time out to go run, grab you something to drink. We're not done. Okay. Good. What even a good 5 minutes. All right. Let's keep going. The Crystal Exarch has a request of you. Now, a full and frank discussion within the privacy of my study would seem to be in order. But I think our conversation would be more meaningful were you first to gain a firmer grasp of the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of the Crystarium's civic leaders and glean something of this world and its predicament. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the Aetheryte, a convenience with which I am sure you are only too familiar. Being the rightful object of my summoning spell, you should in theory be able to reach all the way back along your etheric trail and find a connection to the source, believe it or not. I strongly suggest you complete this attunement before venturing any further. After you have done so, walk up these stairs next to the Aetheryte and head out to the left to arrive at the crystalline mean. This is where you'll find our collective of crafters and gatherers, as well as their spokeswoman, Catelys, one of the people I should like you to meet. Another is Morin. To reach him and his cabinet of curiosity, you will want to avoid the aforementioned steps, take the exit on the left, and simply continue straight along down until you come to the large doors at the end of the path. The third and final person I would like you to meet is Bragi, our man in charge of trade and distribution. He is to be found in the city, in the markets, which you can access from the opposite side of the Aetheryte Plaza. And seek out each of my colleagues. You will visit seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit major districts of the city and hopefully gain a feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough. Crystal clear. Very good. I can see the layout of Crystarium owes more to historic necessity than planning, but I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long. In all honesty, the true challenge may be finding the right way to approach its citizens. As you discovered during your encounter with the captain, the people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars and will struggle to accept the truth of your origin. That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal Exar. There is an unspoken rule here about peering too deeply into that particular mystery. Alright. When you finished making the rounds, pray you meet me in the large courtyard in the center of town. Until then. Alright, let's go attune to some Aetheryte. Let's go attune to some Aetheryte. Move, buddy dude. Let's go attune to some Aetheryte. Let's go attune to some Aetheryte. Go attune to some Aetheryte. Yeah. Alright. Get tuned to the Aetheryte. Now he wants me to go up and left. It's amazing that this city is like literally right up against this crystal tower. It's crazy. Alright. So it's up the stairs and around this way, right? Merchant and Mender, hey brother, hey brother, hey brother. Prepare all my stuff, brother. Thank you, brother. Hey, brother. All right. Hey, brother. Let's go talk to Catless, brother. Oh, this is beautiful. This is actually very beautiful. Rare to see a place so well stocked with goods, isn't it? But not here. I'm going to guess you're new to our fair city. Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary. The Exarch can throw up a barrier for this if the sin eaters come knocking, so it's a damn sight safer in here than it is out there. Safer and more civilized too, thanks to us and the me. We work together to procure materials and resources, and craft the goods which make city life possible. This is the place to visit if you need a coat mended or a kettle forged. Just don't go thinking it'll all be handed to you on a plate like those Illamorian layabouts. Here in the Crystarium, we work for a living. Though I see you're no stranger to honest labor. You don't have that whiff of indolence about you like some folk I've met. Indolence. Still, I can't quite pin down your profession. Where is it you're from? One of the Exarch's countrymen, you say? I see. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for him. And any friend of his is a friend of ours. It's really quite incredible when you think about it. They say his grand magic summoned the crystal into existence, pulled the entire thing out of thin air. It wasn't too long before droves of refugees began congregating around his base, desperate for shelter after losing the homes to the flood. And that's how the Crystarium began. At the Exarch's invitation, buildings started going up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, the place gradually expanded into the thriving metropolis you see today. The city stood here for decades now, yet the elders among us swear the Exarch looks exactly like he did back then. He is indeed a man of mysteries, and of many mysteries, but for all his secrecy, he has never let us down. So if he and you wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. I am, however, a little more than curious to see if any crafting talent you might be hiding. If you ever ought to contribute that on that front, be sure to come back and visit once you've had a chance to settle in. Just ask for Catless, and I'll find you a niche here in the Crystalline Me. You can help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning. Your exchange with Catless has taught you about life in Crystarium. Okay. Well, thank you, Catless. Yo, this shit is so cool. It's like the windows are made out of it. It's like the pane glass is made out of this stuff. That's cool as shit. Alright, we're gonna do this in the order that he said. Oh, better get that while I'm over here. It's epic as hell in here. What? Awesome, awesome. Okay. Okay. The trivium. Oh, oh. Oh, did I miss one? It's saying I missed one. Hold on. Oh shit. Okay. It's saying that I missed one. Is it up here? It's to the. Huh? What? Oh, was that the one from above? That the one that was up above? Yeah. Okay, that was one up above. Chris for me. Okay. I was like, oh shoot, did I forget one? Is there one here? I got a feeling there's one in here somewhere. We'll find it in a second. Let's keep going. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now that's what I call a library. Holy shit. Is there there is a downstairs to this holy shit. There's more oh, holy shit. God, the amount of knowledge in this place. Hell no. Yo, the music here is so fucking epic. It's so damn epic. It's so epic here. All right, more. Excuse me, sir? Are you recently come to the city, perchance? I'm quite familiar with our civic roles, you see, and, well, what I mean to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll, even? A scrap of scribbled on parchment? My apologies. Literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Morin at your service. And this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. Humble? Yo, this place is huge. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manner of tomes, documents, and other vehicles of the written word. Vehicles for the written word. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to recorded knowledge was no less catastrophic. We few do all we can to preserve what wisdom survived. But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? Mayhap a spot of academic research? Oh, so you have an interest in modern history. Splendid! A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspectives. I quite agree. If you would prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated history book for children somewhere. Just a moment, and I'll fetch it for you. Here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair and make yourself comfortable? On with lesson then. A 100 years ago, or near enough not to matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadow Keeper, the stewardess of darkness. Did he just call us villains? Yo, did he just call the Warriors of Light villains? Villains known as the Warriors of Light. What? In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the world as if from unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease until the day an enormous, blinding wave rose up and swept across our star. We called this calamity the Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. Yet just as it seemed that all hope was lost, a savior appeared before us, the Oracle of Light. She stood twixt us in the approaching doom, and by her power did she stay the flood. Thus was Norvrand. The Norvrand alone spared the fate of erasure. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspect to bedevil the few folk who survived. These sin-eaters were light incarnate, and their fulgent presence stole the night from Northrend's sky. Even now, they circle the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh. Wow. And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I'll be glad to retell it to you. Or if you rather I speak of other matters, that too would be of my pleasure. I should be glad for the company. A flood of light. Wow, okay. So, in this world, the Warrior of Light fucked the world up. Oh, shoot. In this world, the Warriors of Light screwed the world up. This place is so awesome. Okay, so in this world, we're not cool. The Warriors of Light are not good people in this world. We cause some serious problems for the people in this world. This place is so awesome, though. The Rotunda. Look at this place. Look at this place. This is the shit. This is the shit. If I wasn't just so in love with Ishgard and its regalness, I'd probably say this is one of the best places I've seen in the game. New to the city, friend? The spinning head and wide eyes give you away. Welcome. My name is Bragi. Now I'm the master of these markets. They give the district another official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too floored by half. In any case, Our merchants stock a range of equipment for humans such as yourself, so finding something in your size shouldn't be a problem. I'm sorry, did you say humans? Why? Something wrong? Let's see if we can straighten this out. You see those two in front of us? The shorter one is a human, like you. And the taller one is an elf. That sturdy individual over there is a Galgant. Whilst the other one with the horns is a Dron. And then you have the large scaly chaps with long tails and a knack for raising livestock. Those would be the Zoom. Which is apparently not the name you know them by. Now I'm curious to know which far-flung region you hail from. The same as the Exarch, eh? Well, that explains it. You don't get much far-flung than that. You've had a few of your lot pass through in recent years, and despite their obvious learning, they floundered over the simplest things. But not to worry, should you find yourself confused by the locals' language and customs, I'll be here to answer your questions. All right. Okay. This is a huge open area right here. All right, Exarch. Well, how did you fare? Did my colleagues help you form a clearer picture of the world and its people? Yes, yes, yes. And over. And over, and over. Seems you were treated to a most thorough introduction. I understand it was something of a chore, but it was necessary that you grasp these things before you proceed. As for the Crystal Tower's origin, you may have noted that the details were sparse. The structure is in fact the same one you know from the source, transported to the first in its entirety. It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds, something of a trial run for your eventual crossing. And although I did not know of which area I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. All right, people, we are here. We are here in Shadowbringers. In the next video, we're gonna talk to this Crystal Exarch and get some answers finally. I'm Amon-Rellik the God Slayer. I'm Amon-Rellik Gaming. We out.